Most seniors don't know this. Airlines actually owe you 17 free perks that can turn a cramped, stressful flight into something close to first class. The catch? They won't offer them unless you ask the right way. If you're over 70 and you've ever walked past comforts you didn't know you could claim, this could change the way you fly forever. Think about it. Why should you stand in a crowded boarding line when you've already earned the right to sit early? Why strain with overhead bags when help is available at no charge? These benefits exist, but if you don't know the right words at the right time, you'll walk right past them. And here's the tough part. If you skip this, you could be giving up privileges that are yours by age, by policy, and by common sense. Don't let that happen. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll know every one of the 17 free requests that can make your next flight not just manageable, but surprisingly comfortable. Before the plane even leaves the ground, seniors have access to quiet advantages that most passengers never use. The first is wheelchair assistance. Even if you don't use one daily, this service saves you from standing in long lines or rushing through crowded terminals. An attendant guides you all the way from check-in to the gate, taking away stress before the trip even begins. Next, priority boarding. While most passengers wrestle with crowded lanes and overhead bins, seniors can board early, settle in without pressure, and take the time they need. It's not about special treatment, it's about traveling without chaos. Then comes extra help during boarding and deplaning. These are the most hectic moments of a flight, but crew members are trained to step in, lifting bags, steadying you on the stairs, or simply making sure you're not rushed out of your seat. And even seat selection fees can be waived. If mobility or medical needs make certain seats essential, airlines will often accommodate you at no charge. The key is knowing to ask before you fly. Comfort in the air. Once you're seated, a second layer of benefits opens up: comfort in the air. Many seniors don't realize they can request extra legroom when it's tied to a medical condition. Airlines want passengers safe and comfortable, and when you ask early, those few extra inches can make all the difference on a long flight. For health concerns, airlines provide medical support. From storing essential medication to arranging in-flight oxygen, the cabin crew is trained to accommodate without charge. These services are built into the system. They exist so you can travel with peace of mind. Food is another overlooked area. Diabetic, gluten-free, or low-sodium meals are available on request, tailored to medical needs. They're prepared separately so you aren't left choosing between snacks that don't fit your health requirements. And hydration, a simple but critical detail. Seniors are especially vulnerable to dehydration in the air, yet most don't ask. But extra water and often light snacks are always available. Flight attendants will provide them anytime as long as you speak up. The moment you settle into your seat, the countdown begins. Hours of recycled air, stiff legs, and that creeping chill that sneaks up mid-flight. Here's the first hidden truth. Blankets and pillows aren't automatically handed out anymore, but seniors have every right to request them the moment they board. Don't wait until the cabin turns into a refrigerator at 30,000 feet. Ask early, because supplies are limited, and the first to speak up are usually the ones who stay warm and rested. Now think about entertainment. Airlines don't advertise it, but those headphones and seatback devices, they're free yet rarely offered unless you specifically ask. Too often seniors sit through entire flights in silence, unaware that the movies, shows, or even soothing music could have been theirs with a single polite request. Here's where it gets more intriguing. Upgrades. No, you don't have to be a millionaire or a frequent flyer elite. A quiet explanation to a gate agent or attendant about health-related comfort, swollen joints, breathing space, or difficulty sitting cramped, sometimes unlocks a seat with more room. These aren't guaranteed, but polite persistence opens doors more often than people realize. And what about the bags? Every year, seniors risk injury trying to hoist carry-ons into the overhead bin. But here's the truth. Flight attendants are trained for this, and it is part of their job. Many seniors hesitate thinking they'll be a bother, but asking for help isn't inconvenience, it's a safeguard. Quick reality check. If you've ever ended a flight sore, exhausted, or frustrated by little things that could have been avoided, that's exactly why you need to hit subscribe right now. Because the only thing worse than struggling through air travel is knowing there were solutions sitting right in front of you and no one told you. Airport insider secrets. Airports are designed to overwhelm. Miles of walking, endless waiting, hidden corners where only the seasoned travelers know what to ask for. But seniors have untapped advantages if they know where to look. Let's start with lounges. Many people think you need an expensive membership, but seniors with loyalty programs, certain credit cards, or long connection times are often granted complimentary access. Inside, it's a different world. Soft chairs, quiet space, free snacks, and real rest while others fight for a seat by the crowded gate. Connections are another hidden hurdle. Airports are sprawling labyrinths, and long walks can feel impossible. That's where golf carts, escorts, or even fast-track assistants come in. These services exist for seniors, but you must request them ahead or at check-in. Without asking, you'll be left to navigate alone, while others glide past on carts. And here's a surprising one: toiletry kits. On long-haul flights, seniors can sometimes request complimentary kits, fresh wipes, toothbrushes, lotions, to feel human again after 10 hours in the air. Airlines don't announce this, but it's part of their stock. For those dreaded tight layovers, gate-to-gate escort service is a game changer. Instead of rushing across terminals with aching knees or dragging bags, seniors can be escorted directly to their next gate. Few know this exists, yet it can mean the difference between making or missing a connection. Finally, comfort isn't always about space. It's sometimes as simple as what you sip. Tea, broth, even hot chocolate. These warm drinks are on many flights but hidden in the galley, waiting to be requested. Most passengers never realize they can ask. Seniors who know walk away with more than hydration. They walk away with comfort others left behind. 17 hidden perks. And here's the truth: not one of them is a handout. These are your rights to comfort and dignity at 35,000 feet. Airlines may wrap them in fine print or keep them tucked behind a closed service cart, but they exist for you, if you know to ask. You've earned that respect. A lifetime of paying fares, filling seats, and supporting this industry has built the very system airlines profit from today. They know seniors, seasoned travelers, and frequent flyers have leverage, but they won't always remind you of it. Unless you speak up, the silence saves them money. If even one of these perks caught you off guard, that's the proof. Airlines quietly count on passengers not knowing. That's how the game works. But when you know, you stop flying blind. You start flying with control. So here's where it shifts. Subscribe right now, because this isn't just about you. It's about building a community of travelers who no longer accept crumbs when the whole meal is sitting right there. And tell me in the comments, what's the one free thing you'll be asking for on your next flight? Because your answer might be the one that helps another passenger step into their own comfort and confidence. The key to making these rights work for you isn't how you ask. The earlier you bring it up, at booking, check-in, or when boarding, the smoother it goes. Politeness carries weight. Airline staff deal with stress all day, and a respectful tone often unlocks more than you expect. At the same time, don't minimize your discomfort. If walking is painful, if lifting is difficult, say so clearly. You're not inconveniencing anyone. You're protecting your health. Remember, these aren't acts of generosity from the airline. They're services built for you. Claiming them is a matter of self-respect, not charity. And the lesson extends far beyond travel. Every time you advocate for yourself, you set a standard. Your comfort, your dignity, and your worth deserve recognition, on a plane and in life. If you take nothing else away from this video, let it be this: don't let silence cost you what you've earned. Don't leave your next trip to chance, because the moment this video ends, most people will forget half of these strategies, and airlines count on that. Subscribe now so this channel can stay in your corner flight after flight as your personal travel companion. Flying after 70 doesn't need to feel stressful or uncertain. With these 17 free services, you can move through the air with confidence, security, and peace of mind. They belong to you, and you've earned every one of them. Safe travels, friend, and here's to many more journeys filled with comfort, dignity, and adventure.